1966, Ferrari introduced a sensible two-seater sports coupe model with the Ferrari 330 GTC. The philosophy behind this easy-to-drive and comfortable GT coupe came from the Super America and Superfast series. That approach was used on the shorter scale in the elegant but discreet 275 GTS convertible from 1964. The 330 GTC was an intermediate model lodged between the top-of-the-line and sporty feline Ferrari 275 GTB and the four-seater 330 GT 2+2 Series 2, which looked like a long version of the GTC. Pininfarina designed and built the 330 GTC with steel panels and aluminum doors, trunk and hood lid. The chassis used was the 2400mm or 94.5-inch short wheelbase chassis with gearing disc brakes fitted all around, as well as the independent suspension giving the 330 GTC a composed ride. The front was an extrapolation of the 500 Superfast, which could also be found on the 275 GTS, but unlike this last one, the nose was extended and ended in a small front oval egg crate grille with the Prancing Horse logo placed on it and surrounded by two thin chromed split bumpers. The side front fenders had 3 slats air vent also seen on the Superfast and later on the 275 GTS. The very thin pillars gave a wonderful all-around visibility, which was accentuated by a comfortable upright driving position. The rear was almost identical to the 275 GTS with cat-tongue-shaped taillights placed just above a chrome split bumper fitted with overriders. Then, finishing off the back end was the unmistakable traditional quiet exhaust pipes. 10-hole Borani alloy wheels were standard, but wire wheels from the same maker were available as an option. The interior was also inspired by the Superfast, with 2 main Veglia gauges and 3 annex dials at the center of them, all fitted under an oval by nickel. Plenty of warm teak veneer adorned the dashboard, with the traditional Nardi steering wheel. The center dash had 3 more small dials, including a clock, while a center console housed 3 more air vents, which matched the 3 dials above. A row of switches were placed in between, including now the standard electrically powered windows and radio. The traditional ashtray with Ferrari and Pininfarina emblems on it was next to the 5-speed exposed metal transmission gate at the base of the center console. The 330 GTC had 2 non-bucketed seats, but don't be alarmed, this sweet cruiser had other priorities in mind with well-padded seats, giving its focus on long, fast and easy journeys. To make your experience even more pleasant, air conditioning was available as an option to tame the heat coming from the large glass surface area. The front engine was the same as the 330 GT 2+2 presented 2 years earlier, with its single-cam 4-liter or 242 cubic inch V12 developing 300 horsepower at 6,600 rpm. This allowed the 330 GTC to get to 62 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, while capable of reaching a top speed of 150 miles per hour or 241 km per hour. The transaxle 5-speed transmission at the back was there for a better weight distribution, and a torque tube was fitted to preserve the drive shaft from wearing out too quickly, unlike the 275 GTS. Later on that year, in 1966, Ferrari introduced the convertible, labeled the Ferrari 330 GTS. The 330 GTS retained everything from the coupe aside from the rear fenders, which had a very slightly raised shoulder line and came down on a recessed trunk lid at the end of the tail. And of course, its fixed metal roof was replaced by a canvas top with a clear plastic rear window, while a hardtop could be purchased as an option. For a long time, the 330 GTC had been set aside as a forgotten and bland Ferrari due to its less charismatic and uncalled-for comparison with the 275 GTB goddess. But everything about the GTC was mature and understated, as well as well-mannered, from the driving position to the perfect visibility without forgetting its independent suspension, disc brakes and 5-speed gearbox. And with this torquey and generous engine, this made the GTC more popular than ever with newly awakened car collectors.